Dollars in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over my install. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my install.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about...
Come on out, buddy.
The 23-yard line.
My run game cold, bro. Them niggas got an offensive line, bro. You remember how I was pancaking your man?
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Jackson on second down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
3-19! Detroit!
They run with Collins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Jackson looking to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Jackson now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Brown not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, it's Jackson. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he will bring this this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The return man is Grant. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's
They got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. 23 yards on the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and goal, Collins. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down just outside the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's had himself a game.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Same leg game. Get the same leg.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he's got some space here. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Right back to him on 1st down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That's what I want him to do. Just keep bringing it down. Maybe live throw it in the set.
it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And nigga here with the clock, bro. He weird this. I ain't playing him no more. He about to run this shit here.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
See, but it's the same the last game, bro. It's the same thing. He's got 2 points out this shit, bro. That nigga can't score, bro.
Smith on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Back up. Let's go. 15. Hey, on.
Smith now going to throw again. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
You got it, bro. Go for it, nigga. Nigga going for these, bro. That nigga know field goal ain't gonna do it. I knew it.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
I knew it. Bro.
To the air again, Smith. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
I'm still with a minute and 40 seconds on the
That's
clock.
fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. He uncorks it for Snead. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
35.
They pitch it out to Peterson. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Peterson gets the call running left. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Smith now to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
You need points, bro. You know that same points they're gonna hold up. You already know this shit gonna hold up. It's the same score going to fucking halftime of the last 2 games.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this one is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
I said 15.
From the gun, here's Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. A shotgun snap for Smith. Caught on the right side, Reed. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, let's take a step away from this game for a second. Talk about teams that are undefeated through 2 weeks in the NFL season. Miami, Denver, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay. How about those surprises all being 2-0 right now?
Yeah, the Jaguars, the Chiefs, and the Rams are all 2-0. Not a major surprise. You're exactly right because they have one common characteristic, those teams you mentioned, Miami, Denver, Cincinnati, and Tampa. None of them made the playoffs.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
15.
Now Smith operating from the gun. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
He's coming too.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Now Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, Jackson. And Allen's got it. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Jackson on 1st down. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Crabtree has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Zach Brown in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. He's back to throw. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
I'm running the quarterback. Running straight up the goddamn win. 6 yard. Can't get 6. That nigga hope he bring that heat.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Flushed out right. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now it's Smith. This one caught by Crowder. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Smith now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
They're going to end up throwing the interception, huh? Because he playing too conservative. That nigga going deep in the play, bro.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
You guys go 52. Tiger.
Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Redskins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Smith. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And the Ravens taking the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Gotta get a fair. I don't think they got enough, man.